little dark, huh?
It is.
Hey. Well, we kind of fine with the little lighting. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Hey, how you guys doing? Listen.
Hey.
We just want to welcome everybody. First off, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family and friends. Listen, I am super excited to be able to just come into a whole nother day.
Yes.
You know, where the angels, two classes of angels are sitting here with us. And so I'm excited. So with that being said, welcome everybody to
Story time. Story time. Story time.
I know, hit my face.
This girl.
All right, y'all, like we do every Shabbat. Y'all already know. We come and hit you with Jubilees 2 and 18. So let's get into it. You know what? Maybe we should hit you with something different. Okay, I got you. Okay, you want to hear Exodus 31 and 13. Well, okay, listen, you want to see it in your regular 66? I got you there too. I got you. Let me get there though, because I don't normally get here, okay? All right. Exodus 31 and 13. He says, Speak also unto the children of Yawwwll, saying, Truly my Sabbaths ye shall guard, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am Yahuwah Mekodishkem, meaning
Yahuwah who sanctifies you.
There you go. Boop, bop, bam. There it is. Okay. In your regular 66. Okay. Exodus. And I'm sure the book of Exodus is in there. May Yah add a blessing to the hearer of his word. Okay. Listen, we got you. We got you on. Listen, Jubilees, Exodus, we got you either way. Okay. So we are in Jubilees, and this is about to go down, okay?
Jubilee.
Now that you ain't gonna find in your 66, but don't worry.
Sorry.
Head to ccfer.net, get you a physical CFR, you know
Please
what I'm saying?
Get a physical one.
Physical one, because who knows when they just
don't shut it down.
Shut it down, okay? Get you a CFR, but don't pay no full price, please. We didn't work too hard to get you this discount, okay? And we don't get nothing from it. We just want you guys to have that discount. So remember that the O in the word story is actually a 0 and the E in the word time is actually a 3 as a reminder to go back to the covenant, because you now understand the assignment, okay? So yes, go. Get you a physical Bible if you can. If you don't have that, listen. Go ahead to your app store and purchase the CFR app on your phone, okay? Best $21.99 you will ever spend.
Yeah.
But who knows how long that's gonna last, okay?
It's nice to have now and carry around, but get you the physical thing.
When you can. All right. With that being said, what can they expect? Because a lot was going down with brother. He was burning up houses. Or a house. People was going into a burning house to get some idols.
The idol house, the idol's house.
Ooh, it was going down. I was like, wow, I don't want to be there.
Died. Go and chase that.
I mean, the father was knowing that he was doing, you know,
that's building, the worst part.
That was the worst. When your daddy know that what he's making is fake, but he's too concerned about the people. Listen, what I ain't gonna do is be worried about the people. In that context. Yeah. I'll worry on some other stuff that matters. You can
send yourself straight to hell worrying about people.
So now we are in chapter 13 in the book of Jubilees. You can listen to us or you can follow along. Please use the chat, because as y'all know, we learn together, we grow together. You know, this ain't just our channel. This is a community thing, okay?
Yes.
With that being said, I think we just did the recap.
Yeah, we did.
Chapter 13, the top, okay, the top. All right, let's go. And Abram journeyed from Haran, and he took Sarai, his woman, and Lot, his brother Haran's son, to the land of Canaan, and he came to Asher, and proceeded to Shechem, and dwelt near a lofty oak. And he said, Behold, the land was very pleasant from the entering of Hamath to the lofty oak. And Yahuwah said to him, to you and to your seed will I give this land. And he built an altar there, and he offered thereon an ascended smoke sacrifice to Yahuwah, who had appeared to him. And he removed from thence unto the mountain Bet-el on the west, and Ai on the east, and pitched his tent there. And he saw, and behold, the land was very wide and good, and everything grew thereon, vines and figs and pomegranates and oaks and what's that word that you have?
Holly.
And holly and terebinth and oil trees and cedars and cypresses and date trees and all trees of the field. And there was water on the mountains. And he blessed Yahuwah, who had led him out of of the Kasdim, and had brought him to this land. And it came to pass in the first year, in the 7th week, on the new moon of the first month, right, that he built an altar on the mountain and called on the name of Yahuwah. This is his prayer. You, the eternal Elohim, are my Elohim.
That's it. That's the
that was
prayer.
it.
See, it ain't got to be all long all the time.
It ain't got to be fancy.
Just talk to him.
He just said, you know what?
You mine.
You mine. I'm your child. Okay? You're my father.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Literally, because there's a period there.
Yep.
All right. All right. And verse 9. And he offered on the altar a ascending smoke sacrifice unto Yahuwah, that he should be with him and not forsake him all the days of his life. And he removed from thence and went towards Negev. And he came to Haran, and Haran was built at that time. And he dwelt there 2 years. And he went thence into the land of Negev to Baaloth. And there was a famine in the land. And Avram went into Egypt in the 3rd year of the wheat. And he dwelt in Egypt 5 years before his woman was torn away from him. Now, Tanais in Egypt was at that time built 7 years after Haran. And it came to pass when Pharaoh seized Sarai, the woman of Avram, that Yahuwah plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Avram's woman, which means wife.
Yes.
And Avram was very glorious by reason of possession in sheep, cattle, asses, and horses, and camels, and men servants, and maid servants, and in silver and gold, exceedingly. And Lot, also his brother's son, was wealthy. And Pharaoh gave back Sarai, the woman of Avram, and he sent him out of the land of Egypt. And he journeyed to the place where he had pitched his tent at the beginning to the place of the altar with Ai. And that's AI. I don't know how to say that. Okay. That's what it is. On the east, and Bet-el on the west. And he blessed Yahuwah Eloheinu, who had brought him back in peace. And it came to pass in the 41st Jubilee in the 3rd year of the 1st week that he returned to this place and offered thereon an ascended smoke sacrifice and called on the name Yahuwah and said, You, Al-Alyon, are my Elohim forever and ever. Period.
That's it.
That was the prayer. Y'all catching this?
You don't always have to be long.
Don't always have to be a 17-minute prayer. Now, if that's what you want to pray, pray it. But I'm just saying, you can just
talk.
There you go.
You just say, what's up?
There we go. We are in chapter 13, verse 17. Good to see you, by the way. And Shabbat Shalom, because it's your Sabbath day. You welcome, girl.
That is okay.
All right, verse 17. And in the 4th year of this week, Lot parted from him, and Lot dwelt in Sedom. Or is that Sodom?
Sodom.
Okay, Sodom. And the men of Sodom was sinners exceedingly. And it grieved him in his heart that his brother's son had parted from him, for he had no children. In that year when Lot was taken captive, Yahuwah said to Avram, After that Lot had parted from him in the 4th year of this week, lift up your eyes from the place where you are dwelling, northward and southward and westward and eastward. For all the land which you see, I will give to you and to your seed forever. And I will make your seed as the sand of the sea. Though a man may number the dust of the earth, yet your seed shall not be numbered. How are we the minority, y'all?
Right. There's no way.
None. Y'all see that?
Nobody can number the sands.
At
you
all.
put it in your hand. First of all, something gonna be sliding through. Even if you
can't even put a little bit without something falling off.
Yep.
How we are the how
We're not.
are we the minority?
We're not.
Baby, I'm here to tell you the whole majority, okay? The whole majority. Because this, what he said was then, guess what? It's still true now. It's still true. We the whole majority, okay?
Yep.
Oh boy, did we inherit some lies.
Some big ones.
Ooh, when you understand this society. All right, verse 21, okay, from chapter 13 in the book of Jubilees. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it and the breadth of it, and see it all, for to your seed will I give it. And Avram went to Haran and dwelt there. And in this year came Kedor Laomer. That's his name tonight.
Did that pretty good, I think.
Thank you. I think so too.
I don't know what the name is, but it sounded right.
Sounded right. I'll take it. King of Elam and Amraphel. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom, family. She said that's exactly how I said it. Good. See, listen, we're on the same thing, girl. King of Shinar and Arioch, king of Elakar, and Tidal, king of nations, and slew the king of Amorah. And the king of Sodom fled, and many fell through wounds in the valley of Siddim. Is that it?
That's what it looked like.
Okay, Siddim, Siddym, you're welcome, by the Salt Sea. And they took captive Sodom and Adam, and Severium. And they took captive Lot also, the son of Avram's brother, and all his possessions, and they went to Dan. So Lot was wealthy, and they took everything that belonged.
Abram was wealthy and Lot.
Oh, got you. See, listen, you gonna help me out, girl. Sodom. She says the C is an S. Girl, I got you. Thank you. Verse 24. And one who had escaped came and told Avram that his brother's son had been taken captive, and Avram armed his household servants for Avram and for his seed 1/10 of the first fruits to Yawwwll. And Yawwwll ordained it as an ordinance forever that they should give it to the priests who served before him. Did I read it wrong?
No. Oh. I'm sorry. No, I wasn't.
Oh, gotcha.
I wasn't shaking my head to you.
Oh. Who served before him, that they should possess it forever.
Okay. Pause. I don't know if anybody got a book, but what do you have before for 25?
And Avram for his seed 10.
Do you have anything before and? No punctuation?
Oh, comma. And Avram for his seed. Oh, ...
That means something is missing out there.
Take it out. You know that went all the way away. Like
I was like, wait.
You have that too.
Missing.
Absolutely. So it does. Listen, so if you don't have
that's
the book,
not why I have this highlighted.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I highlighted this the first time I read it, and I think I was doing the first fruits. I just noticed that.
Yeah, so if you don't have the physical book, verse 25 starts off with ... and then it says for. The word is for, R. Usually when you put a dot, it's something that happened before, and you're not,
something belongs there.
Yeah, and you're not talking about it. Like you're
Yeah, because it was just weird to me how wait, they just jumped the whole subject and then just said for Abram and for his seed. That means you did you got something together for Abram and for his seed, 1/10 of the first fruits to Yahweh. And Yahweh ordained it as an ordinance forever. They should give it to the priests who serve before him, and that they should possess it forever. So it's the first tithes. But again,
it's for the priest that serves.
It's for the priest that serves.
We're in Jubilees 13, verse 25.
And again, whatever was there.
Yep. She says, yep, and it's lowercase in the app.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so normally, because I like to write, so normally you either, on every verse, it starts with a capital. I love to write so that usually either it's already been stated and you don't want to state it again, so you put the dot, but you must share what you have brought it from, what you're referring it to.
Yeah, because
this one
doesn't. It says last part of verse 24 and the first part of verse 25
is missing. So that's all I was about to say. This is missing.
It's missing. So they're saying when they went to go make this book, for some reason,
they didn't find the verse.
Somebody maybe blotted it out or cut it out, or
I wonder what that was.
I wonder if it's in another book somewhere.
Just like Habakkuk, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Esther.
Esther took some out. Daniel.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
The edition of Esther was taken out, so we have to read it. Wow, I know, right? She that went over my head.
It went on my head the first time I read it because that's like I said, that's not why I got that highlighted.
Maybe it's because she got the hair and something tingled. I don't have that, so maybe if I would have. Nevertheless, let's get into it. So we know that part is missing. All right. Where am I? Verse 26, 13 and 26 from the book of Jubilees. And to this Torah there is no limit of days, for he has ordained it for the generation forever, that they should give to Yahweh the 10th of everything, of the seed and of the wine and of the oil and of the cattle and of the sheep. Listen, I don't have no problem. I got some good old oil. Okay, you want garlic oil? What you want? Roasted oil?
No, you don't want your oils and your. They were
farmers. Got flavors.
Remember, they were farmers.
Listen, I'll give you the 10th of the oil. Okay.
Oh, this girl ain't got no sense.
Straight up Safeway.
The cattle, the sheep.
I'll give you meat too. All right. It's gonna be seasoned.
Yeah.
Okay? Verse 27. And he gave it unto his priests to eat and to drink with joy before him. And the king of Sodom came to him and bowed himself before him. And he said, Our Adonai, little a, Avram, give unto us the souls which you have rescued. But let the booty be yours. Talking about the treasures and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But y'all know I'm petty, so I got to put emphasis on
just in case y'all was thinking.
I mean.
Okay, see.
His people today, they definitely got it. I mean, some people are
29.
29. And Avram said, I had to open up and say that thing. And Avram said unto him, I lift up my hands to Al-Alyan, that from. Well, you know what? That makes it. No, it don't.
I don't know what you was going to say, so.
And Avram said unto him, I lift up my hands to Al-Alyan, that from a thread to a shoe latchet, I shall not take anything that is yours, lest you should say, I have made Avram rich, save only what the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men who went with me, Anar, Eshcol, Memre, these shall take their portion.
And everyone was like, I don't want your stuff.
Yeah, I don't want your stuff. Because when he was talking about booty, and I was like, Sodom and Gomorrah.
See, no.
But I realized that he said in Yeah, you take it.
Yeah. Abram said, "You're not about to." First of all, I'm already blessed by Yahweh, and I will not let you, some pagan little king. I came here to get my nephew. I don't want your stuff. But the men that came with me, they're entitled to it.
Absolutely. Chapter 14 from Jubilees. After these things, in the 4th year of this week, on the new moon of the 3rd month, the word, capital W, of Yahuwah came to Avram in a dream, saying, "Fear not, Avram. I am your defender, and your reward will be exceedingly great." And he said, "Yahuwah, Yahuwah, what will you give me, seeing I go hence childless? And the son of Mesech, the son of my handmaid, is the Damascus Elziar. He will be my heir, and to me you have given no seed."
Okay, wait. I just thought about something. That was in the last verse about the booty and the souls, or the treasure and the souls.
That's what it said.
Notice he wanted the people, but not the stuff. He wants the people, but not the treasure. He wants the people, but not the stuff. He figured if I had the people, I can get the stuff back.
Yep.
But if you get the people and only give me the stuff, because basically he's saying, I don't know I can't get along without these people. Who's gonna do this and who's gonna, he's probably thinking,
basically,
who's gonna wash my clothes, who's gonna plant my garden,
because remember, wasn't it Abram that taught them how to, hey, let me teach you how to keep these birds from stealing your seed. All you gotta do is dig a little deeper. Y'all sitting here just throwing it on the ground.
But it just made me think of today, they want to keep us.
They keep the people and they be like, oh, you keep that.
Yeah, they want to keep us.
Yeah.
I mean, they want all our treasures too, but they want us. I need to control them. I need to control that people.
I need them. And I need to be like that people. Yes. I need to figure out what's in their blood. Come on, blood drive.
Yeah.
So I can figure you out. Y'all stop giving. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Never mind. Probably shouldn't tell y'all that. Y'all do whatever y'all want according to whatever y'all tells you to do. All right. And he said unto him, this man will not be your heir, but one that will come out of your own generation, he will be your heir. And he brought him forth abroad and said unto him, look towards heaven and number the stars, if you are able to number them. And he looked toward heaven and beheld the stars. And he said unto him, so shall your seed be. And he said unto him, so shall your seed be. And he believed in Yahuwah, and it was counted to him for righteousness. I wonder if Abram didn't believe, would it still be counted?
Nope.
Because there's something why he said, and he believed in Yahuwah, and it was counted unto him.
Because if he would have just broke out with that, okay, well, when I see it, I'll believe it. No faith. That's no faith. You're saying you have to prove yourself before I believe you.
Wow. And
instead of trusting me.
And
I'm not going to trust you.
And rightfully so, it would be Abram to say, I believe it, because since he was a child, he was the only one that was really different in the household. Shabbat Shalom, Dwayne, and happy birthday to you, big guy.
Hey.
All right. Okay. Verse 7 from chapter 14 in the book of Jubilees. And he said unto him, I am Yahuwah that brought you out of of the Chaldean, to give you the land of the Canaanites, to possess it forever. And I will be Elohim unto you and to your seed after you. And he said, Yahuwah, Yahuwah, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, take me a heifer of 3 years, and a goat of 3 years, and a sheep of 3 years, and a turtle dove, and a pigeon. And he took all these in the middle of the month. And he dwelt at the oak of Mamre, which is near Haran. And he built there an altar and sacrificed all these. And he poured their blood upon the altar and divided them in the midst and laid them over against each other. but the bird divided he not. And the birds came down upon the pieces, and Abram drove them away, and did not suffer the birds to touch them. And it came to pass, when the sun had set, that an ecstasy fell upon Abram, and lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And it was said unto Abram, know of a surety that your seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall bring them into bondage, and afflict them 400 years. And the nation also to whom they will be in bondage will I judge. And after they shall come forth thence with much substance. And you shall go to your fathers in peace, and be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall return hither. For in the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And he awoke from his sleep, and he arose, and the sun had set, and there was a flame, and behold, a furnace was smoking, and a flame of the fire passed between the pieces.
Wow. Yeah. He saw that whole slave trade, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wow. And that's us.
Mm-hmm.
That's scattered among. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
A whole bloody seed.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you guys think in the midst, like he split the animals in half. That's why it says all the blood was there. He split everything in half except for the birds.
Yeah, he did.
The pigeon and the turtle dove. But all those animals he split in half.
Wow.
And then Yawwwll came in. But it might be telling us what happened. I don't want to.
Okay. And on verse 18, and on the day of Yawwwll cut a covenant with Abram, saying, to your seed will I give this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river of Perath. Ooh, this not, come on, Rangi, where you at, girl? Okay, because all right, this is all right. Let me see.
I think it's Canaan. It's a people like the Canaanites, the whatever ites. These are all these ites. But they're yim. So this is the parasites, but they say parasium.
Yeah, I know that one.
Modium.
But what's this Q one? QEY. Here you guys go. QEYNIYIYM. Go ahead, Rangi, and go ahead and type that in, because I know you're using the app, and so you can definitely break that down for us. All right. Teamwork. Come on, work with your sister, okay? All right. All right. So that's one of them. Then the next one is QUNIZZIYM. You're welcome. We can keep it going. And then another group of people, QADMONIYM. You're welcome. This is going good. And then the parasites. Parasites. There we go. All right. And the Raphaim. That's REPHA hyphen. There you go. Hyphen IYM. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, some of y'all got some of these. Y'all can come.
Yeah, and the
all the ites, all the kites, listen, all the ites and kites.
Listen, I feel like I would do you dirty just to skip over them, but I feel like I'm doing you real dirty by spelling them. Okay, she said, "Wow, I can't say these, girl."
Yeah,
me neither. All right, but I can do you a favor and I can spell them. All right, and then the Pacurium, PAQORIYM. Anyone try to get at me? Don't let me be petty. All right. And what is this?
Shivium.
CHIVVIYM. And then another, the Amorites, right?
I think that's the Amorites.
Amorites. There it is. That's it. Amorites. And the Canaanites. Yes. And the Jitzites. Yes. And another group of people which are spelled YEVUCIYM. There you go. Verse 19. Okay? And the day passed. Yes, it did. And Abram offered the pieces and the birds and their fruit offerings and their drink offerings, and the fire devoured them. And on that day, we cut a covenant with Abram. Who is we?
That's Yawwwll.
Oh, on that. Okay. On that day, we cut we cut, who else was there? We cut a covenant with Avram according as we had covenant with Noah in this month. And Avram, could it be the angels of presence and sanctification?
Or truth. Remember, truth was capitalized with Noah.
You're right. That's good. That's a good question. And Avram renewed the feast in orders for himself forever. And Avram rejoiced and made all these things known.
Okay. Whoa. Sorry. And Abram renewed the feast in ordinance, which means it was here already.
It was already here. Yeah.
Told you how these feasts go back.
Yeah.
These feasts go back.
They renewed. It didn't set in place. It wasn't
Moshe
nothing new.
ain't here yet. Moshe ain't here yet. This Avram. It was nothing new. Noah probably had them. Adam probably had them. He renewed these feasts, which means they had stopped. Remember, they probably stopped
because they stopped
Babel.
at Noah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when the children, remember, because Eve flooded and all that, right?
Yeah. That's right. That happened already.
And they left.
Mm-hmm.
They left as soon as he died.
The children started acting up. Yep. And then because remember we read where he got the language back.
Yes.
He gave Abram.
Yeah.
So probably since the Tower of Babel.
Yes.
Up until now.
Yes.
They hadn't been doing it.
Ooh.
So he renewed it.
Hallelujah. If I may, I'm gonna do a voice recording after this. Lots to your messenger. Girl, send it. I'm down for it. Arangi.
Oh.
All right. And in verse 21. And Avram rejoiced and made all these things known to Sarai, his woman. And he didn't believe, and he didn't believe that he would have a seed.
And he believed that he would have a seed.
You know what? You're right.
Because that's for righteousness.
Listen, you're right. I'm
she
just
got
making
a false prophet Bible. See, she always talking about
No, it's in here. Lavon
she just going too fast. Yeah.
Sometimes I see things that I think is there and it's not. Okay, verse 21. And Avram rejoiced and made all these things known to Sarai, his woman, and he believed. Okay, emphasis on believed, that he would have seed, but she did not bear. And Sarai advised her man Avram and said unto him, Go in unto Hagar, my Egyptian maid. It may be that I shall build up a seed unto you by her. So she basically was saying, well, I'm barren. This is a said.
I hear what you saying.
But what I ain't gonna do is give my dude permission to go.
She tripping. She was like, well, what Yahuwah probably meant was
it's gonna come through another person.
You gonna have it, but I ain't, because I'm barren. So here's Hagar.
Yeah.
Take her.
Said no wife of 2023. Well, actually 2022, but actually
said no wife ever that I know. Right. Except for her.
Right. Because we ain't doing that at all. Okay. And Avram, I'm sure he did this part quickly too. Say obedience, okay? And Avram, hearken, okay? Hearken. He probably ran like say less.
Yeah.
He said, say less. Pants dropped, okay? And Avram, hearken unto the voice. He said, I'll listen to my wife this one time.
Okay, right.
This one time I'm going to listen to her.
Most of the time, y'all don't even hear us. What's that you said? What'd you say?
He said, get down on her. No, he didn't say no, you sure. That brother said, I'll be back.
Yeah.
he said, I'll be back.
Right, because she probably would have changed her mind.
We don't do no you sure when it's something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And James, I know I can get a yes from you. If I can't get it from nobody else, it's coming from James. That's probably your favorite part. And Abram hearkened unto the voice of Sarai, his woman, and said unto her, do so. Not a hesitant in the body, okay?
Not even a way. Yahuwah said.
All the time he was praying. He was hitting them one sentences. Father, you are mine. He said, I can't go there right now because you might tell me no.
We ain't praying right now.
I'll pray afterwards.
You already told me I was going to have a child.
And the number of the seed. So this is the way. This brother ain't said a prayer, okay?
But let me see. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to see exactly what he told him.
Oh, he told him.
He said you and Okay, wait.
Know of a sure. He said, know of a surety that your seed shall be a stranger. He didn't tell him about like you and by your wife. He never said that. But
he might have said it somewhere because still he ain't got no excuse. I ain't giving him no way out.
No way. Avram hopped on that thing physically and mentally. Okay, started in the mind because he said, "Do so." Men, listen to your woman. James. Okay.
Okay, but first of all, Abram knows the rules.
He showed it.
If you renew in covenant feasts and stuff, you know you only supposed to have one
wife.
I don't care what everybody else did, what they was doing. You're only supposed to have one. So the fact that she stepped to you with Hagar was supposed to be a whole no.
A whole absolutely not.
It's supposed to be a whole
But
no.
see, he was incarnate. I think he was really, really incarnate because he knew the fact that his wife was barren.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, maybe there is some truth into this because, girl, you ain't got no, you
maybe
ain't
that
working.
is what he meant.
Yeah.
You should have went and asked him.
You've been hitting these one-liners.
All you had to do was, what's up? I mean, give it Hagar.
Or be like,
talking about me and Sarah.
Right. Sarai out here
answer.
trying to give me another piece of her cookie. I'm fine with her chocolate chip, but she trying to give me a little brownie.
Is this the way you gonna do this?
I'm fine, but that one don't look too bad.
And a prayer in sight.
None. Okay. That brother said, "Do so." He said, "Do so." That's your people, okay? Like, listen. Let's get into it. And Sarai, girl, who are you? And Sarai took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, and gave her to Abram. What you do? Shut them in the room and shut the door?
Her man to be his woman. That's his second wife.
Her man to be his woman. And he went in unto her. How deep? And she conceived and bore him a son. And he called his name Ishmael in the 5th year of this week. And this was the 86th year in the life of Avram.
Brother 86.
Brother 86.
Popping out sons.
One encounter, okay? You now know that's a son. You right. You are Father Abraham. Okay?
Right.
Okay, girl, that's over. That's a boy. Wow. Chapter 15. And in the 5th year of the 4th week of this Jubilee, in the 3rd month, in the middle of the month, Avram celebrated the feast of the first fruits of the grain harvest. And he offered new offerings on the altar, the first fruits of the produce unto Yawwwll, a heifer and a goat and a sheep on the altar as an exceeding smoke sacrifice unto Yawwwll. Unto Yawwwll. Their fruit offerings and their drink offerings he offered upon the altar with frankincense. And Yawwwll appeared to Avram and said unto him, your people, your
host showing up. Al Shaddai, the host, showing up.
Oh, snap. Here's this whooping. Okay. He said, I am El Shaddai. Walk before me and be perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and you. And I will multiply you exceedingly. And Avram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him and said, behold, my ordinances is with you, and you shall be the father of many nations. Neither shall your name any more be called Avram, but your name from henceforth ever, even forever, shall be Avraham. For the father of many nations have I made you. And I will make you very great, and I will make you into nations, and kings shall come forth from you. And I shall establish my covenant between me and you, and your seed after you, throughout their generation, for an eternal covenant, so that I may be an Elohim, big E, unto you and to your seed after you. And unto the land where you have been sojournered, the land of Canaan, that you may possess it forever. And I will be their Elohim. And Yahweh said unto Abram, and as for you, do not guard my covenant. No. And as for you, do you guard my covenant? you and your seed after you. And circumcise ye every male among you, and circumcise your foreskin, and it shall be a sign of eternal covenant between me and you. And the child on the 8th day ye shall circumcise, every male throughout your generations, him that is born in the house, or whom ye have bought with money from any stranger. Sorry, let me see. What does it say? Whom ye have acquired, who is not of your seed. He that is born in your house shall surely be circumcised, and those whom you have bought with money shall be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an eternal ordinance. And the uncircumcised male who is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin on the 8th day, that soul shall be cut off from his people, for he has broken my covenant. And Elohim said unto Abraham, as for Sarai, your woman, her name no more be called Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name. And I will bless her and give you a son by her. And I will bless him. See how he just waited. But he said, do so. It was the do so for him.
Oh.
And I will bless her and give you a son by her. And I will bless him, and he shall become a nation. And kings of nations shall proceed from him. And Abraham fell on his face and rejoiced and said in his heart, shall a son be born to him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah, who is 90 years old, bring forth? And Abraham said unto Elohim, oh, that Ishmael might live before you. And Elohim said, yea. And Sarah said, yea. And Sarah also shall bear you a son. You shall call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him, an everlasting covenant, and for his seed after him.
You know, hey, you gotta love the way Yahweh snuck that in there.
Very slick. I'm going to acknowledge Ishmael.
Yes.
But he was not the promised seed.
Look at here, Abram. We had a deal. You know, we have a covenant. I'm gonna keep my covenant. You're gonna be the father of many nations. But as to what you did, don't think you finna throw my plans off,
right? Because
you said do so.
Do so. Wait, but you see how Abram like put Ishmael in there just to check it. He's like, let me see if this was the right thing.
But I'm old, Yahweh.
He said, blessed be the name. He said Ishmael.
He said no. Just because you went off disobeying me, you're not gonna change my mind. The covenant is still with you and Sarai. Yep. You two are gonna have the kid.
Yep. He tried to put Ishmael in there. He said, "Oh, bless." He said, "Oh, that
he
Ishmael
trying to justify
might live."
His actions.
Yeah, because he thought that was it. He said, "Ooh, that Ishmael might live." He said, "Oh, yes, he may live, but he ain't the promise."
Because now you convicted, like, shouldn't have did that. Because as soon as Yahuwah says you and Sarai are having this, I'm changing her name too to Sarah.
Yep.
You already knew. Oh no.
Yep.
I did something wrong.
That was it.
Should have prayed.
Should have hit that one line of prayer. He was
convicted. Well, what about, like you said, what about Ishmael? No.
He tried to make it seem like this was going to Ishmael. Talking about, oh, that Ishmael may live. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. That ain't happening.
Y'all and y'all little do so. What was it? Do so? Yeah, do so. Ain't winning. And then he just didn't have to raise his voice.
No.
Just said what he said.
He corrected that thinking.
Because Al Shaddai, he showed up. He said, right. No, we're not doing that today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Verse 20. No, I'll go back to 19. And Elohim said yes. And Sarah also shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him, Isaac, an everlasting covenant, and for his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, he'll do so, son. And as for Ishmael, also have I heard you. And behold, I will bless him and make him great and multiply him exceedingly. And he shall beget 12 princes, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to you in these days in the next year. So he said, I'm not even going to be mad about it. Listen, I'm still going to bless him greatly.
Let's read verse 22.
And he left off speaking with him, and Elohim went up from Abraham.
He said, look, this is how this gonna go. Bye.
And he left.
And left.
He left. He said, I said what I said.
No explanation. I don't need to explain none to you. Sarah's having a child. His name is Isaac. That's the covenant. Ishmael gonna be all right.
Yep.
But he ain't the one. He still ain't the one.
He might be the 2 or the 3.
Yeah. Nothing personal. He gonna be great because he's your son.
Absolutely.
And the covenant is with you. Yep. You're gonna be the father of many days. That's why just because somebody says that Abraham is their father, don't mean they're Hebrew. You got to come from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and one of the 12.
Wow.
Don't get to say I'm Ishmael, so you under a covenant.
Yeah, you are.
But you ain't under the messianic covenant. Like you ain't the people.
Yeah,
so
but you're still blessed. You know what I'm saying? You're still blessed.
Because through Abraham, remember, the world is going to be blessed because a Mashiach is coming through here.
Yes.
So you good.
Yes,
me and Ishmael is good. I hate the boy or nothing, but you not finna alter my plans, Mr. Do so.
Listen, you chose to go in there and stay there.
You thought.
Okay? Your little 86-year-old self. But
now,
you know what? 86 wasn't like that.
No, and now you talk about I'm 100. That ain't that far from 86. What's that? 14 years? Dude.
You not
Don't play with me.
Pump it up.
And he like, and Sarah's barren. And Yawwwll's like, and
I make the impossible possible, sir. I am the possible.
He was like, bye. Dropped the mic and left.
He said, I'm done. This conversation is over. That's right, Auntie Sheila. He shot his shot and it came out as Yishmael. I get you. You definitely had a bullseye. That's what happened when you shoot your shot.
Oh.
Comes up positive. All right.
You are the baby daddy.
Exactly. And it's a boy. You didn't even get to walk out the room, okay? He like wiped his forehead, said, that's a boy.
Oh.
All right. 23. And Abraham did according as Elohim had said unto him. And he took Ishmael his son and all that were born in his house, and whom he had bought with his money, every male in his house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin. Hold up, we got adoption going on.
Well, you know people can be grafted in, so.
Yeah, that's true, but I ain't seen, listen.
What adoption you talking about?
He took all the children in his house that was born there. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
what Yawwwll told him to do.
Yeah.
If they come and live amongst you guys, they need to be circumcised. Which is, remember they pulled that thing at Shechem? When they told if you want to marry Dina, y'all, you want us to marry, all y'all got to be circumcised.
Yep. And that's it. Okay, got you. That's funny. Right. Okay. Let's see. And on 24, and on the self same day was Abraham circumcised, and all the men of his house, and all those whom he had bought with money from the children of the stranger, were circumcised with him. This Torah is for all generations forever, and there is no circumcision of the days, and no omission of one day out of the 8th day. For it is an eternal ordinance ordained and written on the heavenly tablets. Ooh.
He said, "This is you're to do this forever." Yeah. And that's why now the hospitals are now trying to say, don't do it.
Don't do it now.
Because we're in truth now.
And I think that he knows that. And that's why he looks at the circumcision. Now let me see if your heart is circumcised. Yeah. Because that can be circumcised, right?
It can, but still, this still has to happen. That's that marking that flesh that you belong to me.
But what
happens? It's supposed to happen when they're 8 days old.
Yeah, and they don't do that.
What happens when the hospital don't do it? I
Yeah,
mean,
you can't do it. Girl,
you can't.
yeah, you can't do it. Hello, infection.
Yeah, no, I
Know what I'm
suggest you
saying?
no,
Like,
not you.
like you can't do it, but
I
they
mean,
really
they have
are.
people who do it. The hospital just won't do it. There's a lot of people that know how to do it. But you need to find a medical person that really knows what they're doing. Don't look for the ad in the newspaper.
Hey, listen. Don't go to Better Night, boy.
And don't go to them Ashkenazis because they sure know how to do it. But I'm not even gonna mention what they be doing to them kids, them babies.
No.
I'm not gonna say it.
It's disgusting.
Repulsive.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just saw it in my head.
Don't go to them Ashkenazis because they pedophiles.
But I'm wondering, yeah. And that's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. If you can't guess the rest, I'm sorry.
That's just you do. Wow. Okay, let me get verse 26. And everyone that is born, the flesh of whose foreskin is not circumcised on the 8th day, belongs not to the children of the covenant which Yahweh made with Abraham, but to the children of destruction, nor is there, moreover, any sign on him that he is Yahweh's, but he is destined to be destroyed and slain from the earth and to be rooted out of the earth, for he has broken the covenant of Yahuwah Eloheinu. I really think because here, sin had already entered the earth, right? He reestablished our language with Abraham. He creates this covenant, but then and through that line, so I believe, even though it says forever, I believe because through that line the Mashiach comes through it. So it has to come through purity, right? That was a sign that they were of him. And then now because Mashiach comes and now there's Gentiles and stuff and everyone else that's being engrafted.
Gentiles don't have to be.
No, they don't. They don't. But then us, I feel like why mention
how you felt?
Why mention about the circumcision of the heart?
Because that has to be circumcised too, especially for Gentiles. He says that to Gentiles. I mean, but that has to happen too. But he mentions that in back here too. Remember, he said your heart.
I thought I read that in. Okay, got you.
I know. I thought we read that somewhere.
I think I read that. I think we read it in here, huh?
Old Testament too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was just my thoughts. All right, verse 20.
Oh, wait, there was something. Wait. It'll come back to me. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll start from 27.
Oh no, I now remember. But remember when, especially like during slavery, and they probably still do it now, they would always castrate our men because they saw that sign. So probably if they stripped somebody down and didn't see the sign, they'll probably know that's a Hamite. That's not a Hebrew. That's not a Hebrew. That's a Hamite. So that's one way they probably could tell. But remember, they're so jealous of even that they would castrate them.
Oh,
these people are evil.
Verse 27. For all the angels of the presence and all, I told you they was there.
They sure was.
I told you they was there when he said and we made or something like that. And I was like, who else was with him?
Oh.
Yep, they was there. For all the angels of the presence and all the angels of sanctification have been so created from the day of their creation, and before the angels of the presence and the angels of sanctification, he has sanctified Yasharel, that they should be with him and with his holy angels. And do you command the children of Yasharel and let them observe the sign of this covenant for their generations as an eternal ordinance, and they will not be rooted out of the land. For the command is ordained for a covenant, that they should observe it forever among all the children of Yasharel. For Ishmael and his sons and his brothers, Esau, Yahuwah did not cause to approach him. And he chose them not because they are the children of Abraham, because he knew them, but he chose Yasharel to be his people.
See, that's basically said, I didn't choose them. Even though I know they're the children of Abraham, but this is who Messiah can't come through everybody.
Right.
This is the chosen.
In the way that he was conceived, though.
Yes. Yes.
So he definitely couldn't come through Yasharel.
Yeah.
Ishmael.
Mr. Do so. Sorry,
right.
Ishmael. But...
Okay. Going far. All right. Verse 31. And he sanctified it and gathered it from amongst all the children of men. For there are many nations and many people, and all are his. And over all has he placed Ruach, his spirit, in authority to lead them astray from him. But over Yasharel, he did not appoint any angel or Ruach, for he alone is their ruler.
Oh, wow.
Oh. And he will guard them and require them at the hand of his angels and his Ruach, and at the hand of all his powers, in order that he may guard them and bless them, and that they may be his and he may be theirs from henceforth forever.
So there's a special covering over us.
Absolutely.
And
wow.
Mark.
Wow. And now I announce unto you that the children of Yasharel will not guard true to their ordinances, and they will not circumcise their sons according to all this Torah. For in their flesh of their circumcision, they will omit this circumcision of their sons, and all of them, sons of Baal, will leave their sons uncircumcised as they were born. And there will be a great wrath from Yawwwll against the children of Yasharel, because they have forsaken his covenant and turned aside from his word, and provoked and blasphemed, inasmuch as they do not observe the ordinances of this Torah. For they have treated their members like the other nations, so that they may be removed and rooted out of the land. And there will no more be pardon or forgiveness unto them, so that there should be forgiveness and pardon for all the sin of this eternal era.
Wow. He said, I already know they're going to start acting up. They're going to be upset and they got to leave this land. They just go stop doing it. They just go stop doing it. Because the other nations don't do it.
Wow.
You ain't the other nations, boo.
Wow.
Oh no, is that our time?
That's our time, y'all. So we starting exactly at chapter 16. Yes. Well, we certainly thank you guys for tuning in for a story time on a good old Shabbat night.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Hopefully you've learned something new. I know I did.
Yeah. And hopefully you all picked up. We are not like the other nations.
No.
Stop trying to be like them.
No.
Follow Torah. What does Torah say? We're not like everybody.
Now, please,
I don't care what they're doing.
Now, please don't get no big head thinking you better than everybody. Please don't do that.
Never forget to bow.
Never. Don't get no big head, because if anything, you got a greater responsibility.
Yes.
And you are held at a much higher standard. Okay?
Come on, you hang out with angels of presence and angels of sanctification. They're the only angels in the throne room
that can join you on this Shabbat.
Don't take that light. Don't take that light. So, hold on.
James said, I learned not to listen to my woman, only Yah. That is funny. This meal was good. Yes.
First he was like, listen to your woman.
Now he said, I learned not to listen to my woman and listen to Yah. All right, so listen, let me give you a few claps, okay? I don't want to give you the emoji. I want to give you the real thing. Hallelujah. Listen, I'm glad you learned something, James. Stay there.
Don't worry, because the one you got now, she ain't finna tell you that. She ain't finna say, go on over there to Hagar.
She sure ain't. I don't think the one you got gonna do that. She ain't for that.
You gonna be in one of them pies.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing off. Dwayne, just enjoy your birthday, sir.
Happy birthday, bro.
Just enjoy your whole birthday, sir. I'm glad you agree. He said, I agree, James. Y'all are hilarious always towards the end of story time. Well, Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Love y'all so much. I do. We do.